Okay. Good afternoon and hi. Welcome to my stream. I am working on the digital colors for this piece, and it is, I finished drawing it yesterday and I finished flatting it last night. I didn't have enough time to send it off to someone else for flats, so I flatted it myself, which I rarely ever do, but I went ahead and did it. Hello, River Dragon! How are you? Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry it's been a while. Okay, so this one is going to be a lot of think work, a lot of figuring stuff out, because I've had an idea in my mind of what I wanted it to look like, but it always requires some adjustment once you try it, you know? So I'm not entirely sure how exactly all of this is going to turn out, but needless to say, I'm very excited about it and crossing my fingers that it turns out good. All right, I want her to have white hair, I think. So, in my mind, the way it works is that she has white hair. The one hand side is like it's split down the middle. One side is very light and airy-fairy, and the other side is very dark, and I've given her some darker makeup on this side. So I've kind of darkened in this side of her face a little bit more. Because I am going to have the front cover, so everything that's on the blue side, where this blue line is, everything that's blue over here is the front of the book, and everything on the purple side is the back of the book. Technically, I'm only going to use the digitally colored side for the front of the book, and then I'm going to be recoloring the whole thing traditionally, and that I'll use in the back. But still, I want to have it all figured out here in full. So here we go. So I have that line there just for me to remember the center and where it all cuts up and stuff like that. I have not decided on her eye color. I've really not decided on anything besides that I want blue and purple in the background, and even then that's, you know, up for review. It's all up for review. But this is the exploring time, so you guys can join along with me on that. All right. And I always have the lips on their own layer. For me, I don't like them very hard lines. And while for this one I'm not doing a patch, for a lot of covers that I work on, a patch is part of the job. And usually it's an outfit change, a color theme change, and me, because I enjoy it, I always do a makeup change. So I keep the lips on a separate layer so that I can change their colors easily without having to like repaint it and stuff. With this one, I'm not gonna be doing any changes in color, but even so, it's just habit, so I'm sticking with it, where the lips are on a different layer. That also gives me a lot more freedom to color around the lips and do any highlights or shadows without worrying that I'm gonna affect the lips or cover over them and, you know, just generate a lot of extra work, which I'm never trying to do. So I have the background on its own layer, and then this is the colors is on its own layer. The makeup for the darker side is on its own layer. So there's a few things that are on their own layers, but I'm gonna try as much as possible to not go layer crazy. It just takes longer to find something and makes things a little bit more complicated with additional steps that are not necessary. But I am liking the pink for the butterflies. And then the moths, I want them to be a lot more earthy toned. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. I do have to answer something really quickly. Really, really quick. All right, all done. Hey, Primetime Comics. How are you doing? That's Jason, right? All right, I went outside of the lines right here in my flats, so I'm not exactly the best at flatting, as we have since determined. Okay, I need it to be the pencil tool. So flats are literally flat color, no shading whatsoever, and it really can't be shaded. It needs to be a clean selection tool. So you have it set to the pencil tool, and then it's just to select areas. And it's really easy sometimes to go outside of the lines a little bit, especially considering that I've left this piece in pencil. I didn't make it clean black inked lines. It can be a little bit more of a mess as far as trying to figure out how to flat it exactly. Oh, yay, thank you, Will. I'm so glad you got it. All right, so I don't want the background to be very dark, but I want it to have a little bit of color and texture to it. A, so that the cover itself isn't too boring, and B, because I want the butterflies and moths to have some kind of glow going on. So right now, everything is in a massive state of work in progress. All right, so I'm going to take myself off the pencil tool and go back to the brush tool and go back to my standard ones. Oops. All right, so I fixed that spot in the flats, but now I need to fix it here and get rid of the excess white hair that was coming down onto her face. So I'm just darkening that up so it looks cleaner. Philip, hello! Good afternoon! Yes, this is a cover for Drawn to my next art book. So I've got the midtones on her skin there. I've got some highlights and some shadows, but it still needs more highlight, more shine. But for now, I'm just trying to make sure it looks right, and then I'll keep working on refining it. Doing a little bit of cleanup here. glad that you're okay. I was so worried about you over the weekend. It's absolutely no problem that you didn't make it to Tucson at all. I just was starting to get worried that something happened and that you weren't okay. So I'm really glad that you're okay. Just gonna turn this off. Filling in her eyebrows a little bit. And I'm sure I'm going to need to fill those in more. But for now, that's probably good enough. No wonder. All right, I need to lock the flats. I've been coloring this whole time and wondering what was going on that I couldn't see anything, and it's been because I've been coloring it all on the flats. So I'm gonna have to undo everything I've done by filling back in the color onto the background to get rid of whatever coloring I've been doing on the wrong layer. So then I need to lock the layer so that I don't do that again, because it really sucks and is such a waste of time. All right, so I'm locking the flats layer, and so hopefully that won't happen again, where I'm like coloring for forever and being like, what the hell is going on? Because I'm on the wrong layer. Classic. Hey, DC. So generally right in the corner of the eye, there's a bit more highlight. So I am putting in that highlight now. And it's something I'm noticing on faces. You know, the more you start to color and draw, but I found it especially in coloring, you start to notice stuff, you know, a lot more than you say would have before. And I'm noticing highlights in certain places a lot more than I used to. Hey, biomorphic art. Yes, you have till the end of November. Yes, it was excellent. Thank you so much. The show was a ton of fun, and it has been. It's been like a week since I streamed last, and I apologize for that. But but I needed to get the interiors of the book off for design, which I did this morning. So they're ready. All the text is done. I've looked it over, made sure the spelling is correct, fingers crossed. And so now my book is off for design, and I need to finish coloring this because on Monday I need to start on another project. So whether I'm done or not, I have to be done. So I'm going to be pushing through a little bit more on the actual book art now. No, I haven't gotten my ring fixed yet. I'm just dealing with it. Oh, you saw the Juan solo is missing? Yeah, we were concerned about you, Juan. I'm totally fine, Philip. So this is the exciting part, you know, is trying to get a nice highlight on her lips without her looking like she has a mustache. Oh, you did, Juan? I am so sorry. I did not see that message. I'm going to have to go look for it on Instagram. I'm super sorry. I'm not very good on Instagram. Hey, Anthony. Thank you for sending me a message though, Juan, and I feel really bad that I missed it. I will be sure to check it just so I can see what you said. But I am really sorry for missing that because I was so worried that something went wrong and that you got hurt or something like that. So thank you for sending a message. Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you, Anthony. I'm really happy. I got the interior, all the actual inside of my art book is off for layout right now. And I'm so happy I got that part finished. And now I just need to finish the cover. And hope I don't screw it up. Tom, hello! All right, I need to move things around a tiny bit. I need this a little closer. Let me check and make sure. Is this in the way? Oh, and I don't have pretzel on. Classic. I really was over the missing Juan. That is true. crying. Whoops, sorry guys. I'm being calm. So I'm in the constant quest to make the darks dark enough. And this is my main problem with digital coloring, in my opinion, or even just any kind of coloring, is getting the shadows dark enough and the highlights bright enough and all the things that make something look real. I'm still a little timid with. So that is still something I'm striving to work on and get better at, is really having that confidence to put down dark shadows and be okay with it not being completely smooth and soft and all the stuff that like makes you feel a lot more comfortable about throwing down color. That is true. I've actually taken my kids to the school bus stop with a hockey stick before. That is also true, Philip. Thank you. Gabriel, hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you could make it. I'm sorry I'm so late in getting to streaming again since being home, but my art book cover as of this morning is off for design, and I am working on the cover colors now. Oh, thank you, DC. I'm not entirely sure I'm gonna leave them blue. Everything is up for review right now. But at least if I start just putting some colors down, even if I change my mind later, well, that's great. And the thing that's awesome about this is I'm gonna have a digitally colored, mapped out version of what I want the traditional version to be, because as soon as I'm done coloring this digitally, I'm gonna color it traditionally. And obviously things are gonna be very different from one to the other. But it's still a decent idea here. I have Control Z and I have, you know, color tone and changes and all the stuff that I can do here. I can have it figured out so that once I go to do it traditionally, I don't have to worry. Sorry, Tom. Thank you, Gabriel. So one of her eyes is more, has more eyeshadow and makeup on it than the other one. Oh, thank you so much, Lady J. And you know what? I'm gonna do something here real quick for fun. Let's get this real quick. So that's one side of the cover. All right. So like this, I can actually show you both versions. Now, also, it'll help me see if there's things I don't like by working on it one at a time as well. So this is the sweet side, and then this is the sinister side. And I don't like the way her lip looks, and her nose looks kind of weird to me. So this is great. I'll be able to figure it out and see exactly what it's gonna look like. So yay. Oh, really? You guys think you can tell a difference? To me, it's not striking enough yet. So this needs more work. Lady J, it's the front and the back cover, so it's not a connecting cover. It's basically two split covers. because it'll be on the front and the back of the book. I thought about doing her hair 2 different colors, but opted against it. All right, so that's turned off. Let's get this going again. So this is the darker makeup, and I need it to be even darker yet and more crazy looking. You know, it needs to be more intense. I'm not liking it yet. And I'd like her nose to be a little sharper. It looks too soft and roundy, kind of like a child's nose still. So everything needs a little bit more work here. Oh, streaks is interesting. Thank you, DC. So the makeup is on another layer. So I'm gonna need to add highlight and stuff onto the makeup layer. But I want the base tone layer to still have all the shading that is needed. So it's possible for me to just turn off that makeup layer and it still looks right. Because if I turn it off at some point, because I need to for some reason or whatever, and it looks wrong, like I forgot to color half of it, that's just gonna be a real bummer. So yeah, I'm coloring the whole thing in full. Yeah, and I like there being more highlights and stuff on the face. I think it's important. And I've got the light coming from kind of at, if we were flipped around, it would be at the 10 o'clock area on her face, or above her head. So I do want the darker side to have more shadow in it, which is why I put the highlights from the light source being on the other side of her head. Hey, Mark! Yes, more highlights are needed. I felt this in my coloring for a little while now, that I need stronger lights, like I've told you. So I'm trying to use nearly white here to just give those pops, the highlights. And you know, it's gonna probably be a work in progress for me to get bolder and bolder with highlights, but I'm trying. I'm trying to not have everything be like mid-tone meets shadow and no highlight, which I feel is something I'm struggling with right now, is not putting in enough highlight. I think I've talked with you guys about that before. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. All right, so this is where I'm at. Always save, always save. And then I do want rim lights around her hair and everything that bring in the blue and the purple. Fingers crossed if I can get that done. It's still saving. Sorry, guys. No, thank you, Lady J, and thank you, Savannah. No worries, Mark. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. So I'm turning down the opacity a little bit on the brush because I got a really strong highlight on her nose, but now I want to soften it out a little bit. So I'm still on the exact same highlight color, but I've turned down the strength of the intensity of how much color the brush is gonna put out. I've made the brush a little bit bigger in size, and I'm gonna go over it again because it's just gonna soften out the tone a little bit. Because I have very oily skin. Sorry if that's TMI for anybody, and there's nothing I hate more than my nose shining. So, you know, I want to have enough highlight and shine, but not like, bing, I need to go wash my face. Oh, thank you so much, Lady J, and thank you, Rebecca and Savannah. You girls are sweethearts. Oh, thank you, Piglet's Last Stand. That is awesome. Powder the nose, right? All right, I went a little too highlight happy for some parts, so I'm fixing that a little bit. Oh, to see the effect, I can do it again and show you guys what I'm going for. So this is the front cover. Bear in mind, this is still majorly in work in progress stage, right? So this is the front cover, and this is the back cover. But I don't have so I've got a little bit more shadowing and stuff going on, but right now I'm still working on the overall skin tone because I don't want to have it like so strongly split in the middle. I need to be able to have these covers wrap. So because I need to kind of bend over the book and be glued underneath. So all I'm trying to say is I don't want a strong line down the middle. I want it to kind of mix a little bit. So the skin needs to be done first. I will put more into the dark side to make it really clear. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm trying to be so soft and sweet and like, you know, so you can kind of tell and then you can't tell at all, right? I don't want to like try to be so smart and subtle about it that the entire point is completely lost. And it's like, well, you have to read my mind in order to get what I was doing. That would really suck. Oh, thank you, Septastic. Lots of love to you. All right. It's just loading, it's saving. Takes a minute. Oh, thank you, Piglet's Last Stand. That is so nice of you to say. All right, so I'm just softening the top of the line a little bit as it reaches the top of her nose. Now, even though I have real aversion to shiny face syndrome, which just means oily skin, everyone, using highlight is a real big deal in makeup right now. It is very much not for me because I just don't care for it personally, but highlights are a big deal, so it is appropriate for her to have a pretty shiny nose. All right, where was I? That would be hilarious. I do those for my kids. I don't know if it would work for me to do it for you guys. Man, it's really hard to do highlights on the lips without it looking like a mustache. My God. It looks like a mustache again. I'm super frustrated. Hi, Scratch Where It Itches. That is literally the most hilarious name. Thank you. Yeah, right, Gabriel? That is exactly what it's starting to look like. Whoa. All right, so there would be shadow coming from her nose because, again, I've got the light coming from your 10 o'clock. No. Yes, your 10 o'clock, not the 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So there would be a shadow and it would be a little bit lower on this side of her face. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the Cupid's bow. This thing right here. I personally don't care for it. So I kind of minimize it in my work. That being said, every human has one for the most part. So I have to add it in or allude to it in some way, but I don't really care for like lips, like people, when it's a style. It's completely fine, to each their own, but I'm not a huge fan of like this area being very accentuated. If you notice, I barely ever even draw in the top lip because I don't like it being a very strong line. So I'm not gonna go too strong with the whole Cupid's bow area. I'm gonna just kind of be like, yeah, it's there. Do we need to talk about it? You know what? I'm not sure, Juan. It's, I think it was in a few hours. 10 o'clock Central Time. Tom, on a face of a clock. It was? Are you serious? I'm sorry, Gabriel. I had no idea it was gonna go that quickly, but we're gonna work out something else fun for everyone. So, I have a new dirty secret for everybody. And you're probably all gonna be like, oh my God, what a dork. I'm rewatching Grey's Anatomy. And frankly, I find it the most relaxing thing to do. So I finished it like a few weeks ago. I finished watching the whatever season it's on now, and now I've literally gone back to the beginning because it was way more juicy in the beginning. So yeah, so I am 100% having so much fun watching, because right now I have my screen and you guys can see Photoshop, and right next to Photoshop I have a little tiny bar where I can see all the comments from you guys on Twitch. So I kind of am only using like 3/4 of my screen for Photoshop, and the other quarter is for me to be able to just see all the comments so I can converse with you guys, right? Well, I've had Netflix in this little tiny real estate that you guys are taking up right now. And I just have McDreamy and McSteamy going all day, and it's so fun. I know, I'm such a dork. And it's the worst, but like, you know, I know that there's tons of amazing TV shows out there to be seen, but sometimes I would way rather rewatch something that I know is good. And then I'm not worried that I'm gonna waste my time watching something that isn't fun. I will gladly rewatch. Yeah, you guys are way more entertaining. That is true. Hello, Larry Artman. Thank you. Who took Dawn to watch what? Grey's Anatomy? Literally, I watched it last year once already because I go through, if I'm like on a time crunch, for instance, and I'm having to pull a lot of all-nighters, having a TV show going on in the background will keep me awake. Now I'm not doing as many all-nighters because health and reasons. You know, I'm trying to take a little bit better care of myself, and you know, it's a work in progress, but you know, pulling all-nighters for years and years in a row is not necessarily the best idea for your health, so I'm working on it. So those would keep me awake, and so that's why I chose Grey's Anatomy, because there was something like 12 seasons, and I'm like, well, you know what, I probably don't have to actually be physically watching it. It's mostly stuff you can just listen to, and that's what I like. If it's a show like Gotham, for instance, that I want to actually watch, I don't want to just listen to it like an audiobook, then I'm screwed, because how can you enjoy Gotham if you can't watch it, right? Once you've already seen it once, by all means, but otherwise, you know, it's hard not to look up all the time, and then I spend more time watching Gotham than drawing, and that is a problem. Oh my god, that is so awesome, Tom. Oh, I love Gotham too, I just don't want to miss anything. You know what, Piglet? I never noticed it until this time that I'm trying to do that. I don't know that I've seen I must have seen Rules of Engagement. Yeah, Gotham is epic. It's amazing. I'm also rewatching Gotham with Dan because I've already seen it, and now Dan's catching up, and so I'm rewatching it because that's how we roll. Oh shoot, I had the wrong color. Hey Sloppy Octopus, everything is going great. I hope all is well for you too. I don't know. I know I need to do a highlight here, but it's just not looking good. Oh, thank you, Trek Nut. That is so nice of you to say, and thank you for ordering it. Aw, thank you, Tom. This is annoying and frustrating. I don't know that I like this yet. That's probably what it is. I'm going too light. I need to dial it back and do a slightly softer highlight for some of these places, and then I can do a pop of brighter color in the center of where I'm putting the highlights, but I was going too light to start. And I just need to dial it back a tiny little bit, and it should be good. Yeah. Which Lady Death book in print? Oh, did you order from the website? I mean the Kickstarter, Juan? If so, thank you. Yeah, that looks better already. The real acid test is to pull it back a little bit and see it smaller. And that's something I'm trying to train myself to do, because it's so easy to be working zoomed in too far that you kind of get focused on the tree and all the little tiny nooks and crannies on the tree that's right in front of your nose instead of seeing the forest, right? So that is, if you do get into digital coloring, it makes it so easy for you to obsess over a part that once zoomed out looks wrong, or you can't even hardly see it. So remember to zoom in and zoom out just to keep that perspective of the piece as a whole. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Oh, is the slideshow going too fast, you guys? All right, it's gonna be time in a minute to do another quick check on the status of this piece just with half of it. Just on the Wonder Booty. You wouldn't mind a couple more seconds? Okay, I'll try to fix that. Thanks, guys. I always so appreciate the feedback. All right. Now her lips are looking really weird because they're not done. Oh, thank you so much, Treknut. I really appreciate that. So maybe I should leave them like this, like piercing sky blue, kind of like a Siberian Husky. I should reference Siberian Huskies for this piece and try to get the eyes like that. That would be awesome. A minute or two. And you know what? That might be a fun way to do her hair too, is kind of the colors of a Siberian Husky, but there's a lot of girls that have like actually dyed gray hair, but they make their roots black. That would look really nice, maybe. You love the clear eyes? Okay. I'll keep the clear eyes. Twitch has spoken. That was literally just a color I already had because I was thinking about blue for the butterflies and changed my mind to pink for the butterflies because the background is already blue. So I'm like, oh, fuck it. I'll just fill in the eyes with a color because I have it here on my brush, essentially. Well, in my swatch. So I'm glad you guys like it. Yay! All right. So this is where I'm at right now. And now I need to do a little check on how it's looking. Two-tone hair. All right, thank you, Philip. Okay, light side, and let's, oops, and dark side. So this side is still lacking in intensity, but her nose looks a little better. I feel like I've still over-accentuated this side nostril. It's a little intense. Oh, thanks, babe. Yay! Yay, yay! Darker, exactly. It needs to go darker. It needs to be stronger and more powerful. I'm with you, Gabriel. But it is really handy to be able to check both sides against each other. And I want, like, so much more makeup. Like, way more. All right. Forest Lord is here. That's right. Yay! There, I thinned out her nose a little bit. It was a little intense just for the features of the rest of her face. Thank you for stopping by, hun. All right, yeah, that looks better. Okay. So, now I need to do her lips and I need to do her eyes. So let's get that done and then we can start looking at the hair because I do want her to have darker roots and then it goes lighter. So I might actually even have to like search some hairstyles of girls who have had their hair done in that, you know, light white gray color with like the darker roots because, you know, there's a whole way to do this. Is Hans here? I don't see Hans. True, Dan is a little biased. But he's a pretty good critic. When I need him to be, he'll tell me like exactly what generally I don't want to hear, but you know, it's good. I don't know that Piglet is in our Boop Squad. I don't think. Lino is here. Hello. Isami. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm so glad you're here, Piglet. You have a lot of good input and good ideas and good opinions, so I like you. All right. Ryan, okay, I'm gonna look. Thank you, Gabriel. All right, getting it. Yes, exactly. A little less gray, but that's definitely what I'm going for. Thank you, Gabriel. That is perfect. I bet you if I stopped dyeing my hair, that's exactly the color it would be. Oh, whoops. I like went to start coloring on Twitch itself because I clicked on the link and didn't realize that I wasn't on Twitch. Okay, I'll take a look. Thank you so much, Gabriel. That is really, really helpful. All right, I'm not particularly happy with the nostril that's got the highlights on it, but for now I'm just gonna leave it because it's starting to bug me. So I'm just gonna be like, okay, we're gonna take a pause. I don't know if the contest one. I haven't seen the contest one. Oh. Yay! It works! Hey, So Awesome Art! Guess who? Gosh, I have no idea. I'm sorry. Who are you, So Awesome Art? Oh, I'm sorry, Ambi. I haven't set that up yet. Mark Eric, hello! How are you? Yay! Alright, so I want the makeup to be a little bit crazy here. So, let's find some fun brushes. I don't think that my screen is showing up my brush palette to you guys, but I don't really have, I have some fancy brushes that I got from Sabine Rich, but I haven't used them since I installed the new Photoshop CC, because it comes with so many free brushes already that are epic. So I'm pretty much using the free brushes that come with Photoshop. Yep, I'm doing great. I want to put more purple into her eyes too. So let's get a bit more purple going on in here. Purple is a tricky one. CMYK does not really like purple so much. And you know what? I need to change the view to proof colors. So now it's gonna look like it will in the print colors, because RGB is a digital color format. CMYK is the printed colored format. And the colors don't generally support each other. Not always, very nicely. And things tend to look a lot better in RGB, and then it prints out and looks like mud. So it's better to color, at least in the CMYK view, so that you're not seeing the colors in the digital vibrancy that's gonna make you really sad when you see it in print. Why two different colors? Because it's the front and the back of the cover. I will show you. This is the back cover, and this is the front cover. Yes, it wraps, that's right. And I feel like there's something with her lips that I'm not liking. Let me get the eraser tool here. could just be that one side is a little bit too thick. No, thank you, Piglet. I need to pull this down a little bit more. Oh my God, Mel. Thank you, Mel. That is so sweet. Thank you. Oh, Mel is awesome. Thank you, Mel. You are such a sweetheart and amazing, and thank you. I heart you. Melmaid, that's right. Thank you so much for everyone who's just rated with Melmaid, who is amazing, and I love your work so much. Like, honestly, the first time you liked on something of mine in Instagram, I nearly died. Like, fangirl happiness moment. Your art is incredible, and it's an honor, and thank you so much. And I am working on a art book cover for myself. Yay! And coloring digitally, which is new for me, so don't judge me, Melmaid. Thank you. Thank you, Philip. I'll try to fix that. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, I start with soft colors and then try to add in some harder brushes later, but again, this is I haven't been digitally coloring for very long at all, so I'm trying. Thank you, Melmaid. Still have a lot to learn here. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much for the raid. All right, I need to see center line. That was your first raid? Aha! Yay! Congratulations! I haven't done very many myself either, and I'm always having to like Google it in order to remember the commands to actually raid someone. You're amazing! Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Yeah, professionally winging it. That's right. Oh, thank you, Guy Kid Art. I recognize you. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you for all the new people that are on here, and good on all of you for following Melmaid. He is epic and such a nice person. And for those of you who have come over here, thank you so much as well. I really appreciate it. I love you, Mel. All right, let's try to get some highlights going on here. Mel is amazing. Truly incredible. Yes, he is an amazing artist. So awesome art. All right, darker brush. It is true. It is so true. All right, so I'm working on the lips layer right now. Because I have a feeling that some of what's really bugging my eye is just that her lips are not completely done. And I am aware that her lips aren't perfectly symmetrical on either side, and I kind of like that. And I would very much like to make sure that her lips look somewhat natural. Even though on the darker side I want them to be a little bit more dark and intense, I also really like the natural lip look. Someday I really want to meet you, Mel, and I want to like pick your brain on digital coloring because you are boss AF and I would love to pick your brain. Oh, thank you, Illustrating Pope. So right now, I'm going to be splitting the face in half. And the one half is going to be the front cover and the other half is going to be the back cover. However, the twist is I'm going to be coloring this twice. I'm coloring it once digitally, which is not my strong suit, and then I'm going to be coloring it again traditionally, which is way more my happy place. And then the front of the cover is going to be digitally colored, and the back of the cover is going to be traditionally colored, kind of both sides of art, and that's kind of where I'm going with it. But it's a little awkward to just color half of it, so I'm coloring the whole thing. I have done Salt Lake Comic Con. Is that where you go, Mel? Oh, thank you. So awesome art. Oh, yay. I'm so glad. And thank you so much for your order. Seriously? And I was just to try and fail? Oh my god. Salt Lake second con. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that was a super long time ago. Oh wow. Did I go to Salt Lake second con? Guess I did. Are you sure you met me? But yes, I have gone a couple times and oh my goodness, now I feel so embarrassed. I need to meet you again. Oh, thank you, DJ Mike Hunt. It was super brief. All right. So you go to that show. Well, then I need to get there again. Talk art with you big time. I will. 100%. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that you were there, Art of Blake. Mel, if you do conventions again, that would be awesome. Yes, make it over here. That would be fantastic. Tucson was amazing, Art of Blake. I hope it was for you too. If you start doing shows again, Mel, definitely keep me posted on which ones you're going to. Because honestly, I mean, I follow you on Instagram, so hopefully I'll just see that. But yeah, that would be awesome because I definitely need to pick your brain. Learn some digital coloring skills. Oh, thank you, Tranquil Mist. Yeah, it was really busy. I mean, even for like Sundays are usually quite slow at conventions, and it was busy there. They've put good work into the show, and you know, you can see it, you can feel it, you can tell. And so like mad props to the whole crew that ran the show. It was really good. Okay, see you later, Mel, and 100% mutual brain picking. Oh, so much love to you, Mel. You're amazing. That would be fun to do a panel. Sweet. Hey, David. Oh, Gabriel, no, you really can't tell a difference. Pretty much they're the same. It's pretty much the same paper. It's just, I think one is called Sterling and the other one is called Pace Setter. And they're pretty much exactly the same paper. I think that the Pace Setter is just a slightly better quality paper, which is why I switched to it. So yeah, there's no difference. We just decided instead of specifying the exact paper, we would just say, you know, high quality semi-gloss cardstock. So it kind of encompasses everything if I continue to upgrade paper. So yes, long answer short, you won't be able to tell a difference between the two. Yes, no, the gloss and the look should be pretty much identical. Okay, Juan. And thank you for the host, Tranquil Mist. Yay! This is pretty much my favorite lip color ever, as far as lipsticks go. And because I'm so pale, it's almost impossible for me to find this color for myself. But I see it on so many people, and I love it. It's just that, you know, it's a little hard for any color to not look red against, like, white, white skin. Tea time. I'm actually having mocha coffee today. Broke down and made myself some coffee. So does anybody have plans for this weekend? Like, what's everybody up to these days? Or what do you do for fun? Since I've told you all what a giant dork I am and I'm watching Grey's Anatomy. Not to diss Grey's Anatomy, it's just, you know, generally badass sounds a little more like I watch Gotham for my fun, which is true, I do, but then I also have the, like, I love soap operas and I watch Grey's Anatomy. And I 100%, you know, get all into it. When there's something sad happening, I get all choked up. I mean, really, I do wish I was a cooler person. Fox, hello. I am doing great. Thank you. I hope all is going well for you too. All right. Let's do a quick state of the picture check. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Mark Eric. Bummer. Sounds like so much work. All right, I'm just taking a save pause here. Her nose might be a mixture of too sharp and too soft. How does someone even accomplish that? Like, seriously. Oh, Gabriel, you're so my kind of human. You're starting in on Christmas movies. Go you! What I'm really hoping is that I can be done with this cover, so I need to digitally color it today and tomorrow. This is my plan. I'm digitally coloring it today and tomorrow, traditionally coloring it over the weekend. And somehow in the middle of all of that, I would very much like to start Christmas decorating. I put in the, I literally stood up the Christmas tree. That's as far as I've gotten. No, that's great, Piglet. No, thank you so much. I'm glad you like the rendering, though I do need to make sure that it's not too smooth. Like, I want it, I kind of go back and forth between wanting it to have like a painterly look and then wanting it to be like very comic art style coloring. And it's a little war in my own brain. You still have Halloween decorations up? So do I, Sloppy Octopus. It's just there's a tree there as well. I'm a little like decor confused at the moment. Oh, Arrow. I'm gonna have to check that one out. I hadn't even heard of it. That is awesome. So some of you guys are starting in on Christmas movies too. I love it. What I want to try to do is watch through all the Harry Potter movies at Christmas time. That's kind of what our family tradition is. Either we watch through all the Lord of the Rings or all the Harry Potter movies. And it's usually just me and Dan and our two oldest kids, and Lyndon is like, peace out, you guys, you know, and he goes and watches YouTube or goes to bed. But I think this year he might be old enough to start actually enjoying Lord of the Rings or the Harry Potter movies. So we're gonna have to see if he'll stay for them or not. Yeah, I'm gonna need to go check it out. I don't know what you guys are talking about exactly. Yes, we have the extended editions. And it is the best. Oh yeah, Tranquil, it's really good. Hey, Lino. All right, so I'm still on my lips layer. And I will be colorizing the lines. So you know how you're seeing the pencil. I penciled this only, I didn't ink it. You're seeing the pencil here. I'll be colorizing that, so it's not gonna be so dark and black. It'll all kind of clean up a little bit. All right, now I colored the eyes on this layer, so it's not going to be very clean. It's called Christmas Chronicles. Okay, thank you, Arrow. Oh, that's awesome, Tom. No, thank you, Clockfox. I don't feel very proficient in it myself, but, you know, I think that's kind of how it is, you know? I'm sure you color amazing, and it's just so, it's easy for us with, like, the artist brain to look at what somebody else is doing and think it comes so easy for them, and it doesn't come easy for you. So just bear in mind that, you know, across the board for the most part, at least me, I can speak for myself, nothing comes particularly easily, you know. Maybe things are going faster for me now color wise, but it's still like every time it's such a like mental struggle, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is not looking good, oh my goodness, this is looking terrible, nah, nah, nah. And it's always easier to like think that somebody else is doing better than you are, but I bet you color amazing and you're doing epic. So don't compare to me. Oh, have a nice evening, Mark Eric. The reason why it's difficult to like get the way I draw eyes is because I don't draw them correctly at all. Technically, you know, the corner of the eye is not up as high as I put it and all that kind of stuff, but that's style, you know, and it's wrong on purpose, let's put it that way. Hans is here. Hello, Hans. Ooh, yikes. Happiness. All right, so the skin is very blended, but the lips are not very blended. And I think that looks a bit more realistic. Though the way that I've put the indentation in the middle makes there, you know, as I'm zooming out, I'm seeing it's making her lips look really freaky. So I did something wrong. It looks like she got punched in one side of the face. You gotta watch out with highlights. They can really screw you over sometimes, as I'm finding. So just making sure I'm on the lips layer, and time to get to work. Yeah, I screwed something up royally and I need to fix it. All right, it's because this side is straight and this side I curved like that, and it makes it look like she got punched in the face. Oh, thank you, Piglet. That is much appreciated. Yeah, right? It sure did. Inner war happened. There's a swollen lip. But it's one of those things that you don't really see until you shrink it down and take a look at the image as a whole. So another point in the favor of shrinking down and doing status checks on your work every so often to make sure that whatever it is you're doing isn't ruining stuff. And, you know, I totally did ruin her lip a little bit by somehow, I don't know, it just didn't look right. And I might even try coloring it more zoomed out so that I can figure out what it is I've been doing wrong. Alright, so the opacity on the brush is quite high right now to help me get that painterly look almost, as opposed to soft and airbrushy. It's a little bit fuller as far as the, I've made a bigger highlight on that side, like a stronger amount of the light, but that's because the light is on that side. So I'm a little confused as to like, well, what do I do? Because the light is coming from that side over there anyway. Oh, that's smart, Arrow. I do not have 2 monitors, so that could be one potential reason why I have to zoom in and out all the time. All right, I need to get it a little bit lighter here. All right, for now that works. I like it like that. It's a little bit fixed. And all right, so lower lash line, lower lid line, inner crease of the eye is in the same spot. Center of the eye is in the same spot. Alright, I'm gonna do another save real quick. Then start doing rough paint on the hair. So it's not gonna be exactly right or anything like that, but I want to get started. Oh my god, you're amazing, Arrow. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, it's still saving. I made the mistake of making it 600 DPI again, but I'm gonna leave it at 600 DPI because technically I drew the face smaller than it's actually gonna be on the book. So it needs to be able to be enlarged without getting too ruined or funky quality. So yeah, I'll show you guys the original because I actually have it right here. So, here's the original. I haven't signed it yet because typical, I don't sign things until I'm finished with them, and I was in a real hurry to scan this because I'm actually getting, I'm getting it printed in order to do the colors. Truth be told, I don't have time to ink it and then color it. I can't afford the time. I have 4 deadlines coming up and I need to be done with this like presto pronto. Inking it will take me quite a while, so I'm actually cheating a little bit. And I've taken the pencils, scanned it, and I'm sending it to my printer here in Calgary to print it out for me so that it's essentially inked without me having to ink it. So I am going to be digitally coloring on a piece of paper traditionally coloring on a piece of paper that's not the actual original. Just in case something goes wrong, I have a backup, and also I don't have time to ink it. By December 1st, by December 1st, I have to finish 4 projects. So I need to haul ass in a massive way, and I don't have time to spend a day or a day and a half to ink that. Hey, DC. Yes, it's the Lady Death deadline. I have a project that I was asked to work on for the holiday market here for Fan Expo. And I also have the project that I'm working on next week, which I'm still waiting to hear back about. And, so yes, I have to kind of motivate, and I just don't have the time to take a whole day. And then the reason why I really need to be done with everything by December 1st, because December 1st starts the draw of the Christmas contest. And then I have 2 weeks to do all the art for the Christmas contest. And then I am so hoping I can take December 15th to 30th off. Vacation! I'm a little dead. I'm a little mentally fried. Okay, so I'm just turning that off for a second. I'm all caught up on saves. Where am I at? Okay. I'm going to move on to the hair, like I said. Yeah, I need to get my Bob Ross on. Happy trees and calm butterflies and forests and shit. I am anything but a calm human being. That is my situation. I'm one of those kind of people that is just never calm. Well, I'm just hoping I can spend some time. My mom and dad are coming to visit us for Christmas, which is amazing. My mom has pretty much sworn off ever being anywhere with snow, and she's braving Calgary for Christmas, which is awesome. So I'm really looking forward to hanging out with my parents, and I don't want to be like, peace out, mom and dad, I have deadlines, so I'm really trying to not have deadlines. Yeah, exactly. See you later, Clock Fox. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, absolutely not. Does that say G-Born? I'm sorry, I can't see what... They really need to get rid of this, green... Oh, G-Bomb. Okay. The fluorescent green is, impossible to read. Yeah, no thank you. Alright. So, I have a slightly... I still want a little bit of a warmth to the gray in her hair, so there is a slight blondish hue to it, as opposed to just completely flat gray. Let's say it's a warm gray. Yeah, unless you're paranoid. Yeah, I no can do, no can do. Alright, so I want her to have darker roots, which will help give depth to the hair too, I think that a lot of a lot of the gray hair that people get, like, you know, when they get it professionally done. I think that the roots, and I could be wrong here, are intentional. I think it gives dimension and stuff to the hair. So I actually really like it when there's a little bit of a dark root situation going on. So right now I'm just using a soft brush to get some of the tones in. As the work progresses, I will add in more harder brushes to start getting the actual shading and depth going on in here. Yeah, it needs the root. And maybe, just maybe, since her hair is white, she won't look like me. Because I'm so not trying to do that, ever. Oh, thank you so much, David. Okay, I'll keep you posted. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Fight me. Right, I think it needs to be even darker. Oh yeah? Why, Dan? Oh, interesting. Yes, Dan and Booty for sure. All right. So I'm sure I still need to refine the roots, but at least it needs to be darker than I had it before. So I'm trying to get in that darker tone. Ha! Yay, David! Oh, thank you, Adam. Long time no see.
study our perception of self.
Oh, Sylvanus would be super fun.
Isn't necessarily a thing.
Wolverine carving up some nutcracker, that's great.
It's a state of mind which you constantly strive toward. This all comes from an understanding that ideas aren't static, but fluid, like water.
I've drawn that character before, babe. She has like the big long eyebrows. Thank you so much, Lino. Alright, so I am going a little bit extra root happy right now. It will be, you know, work in progress. I'll figure it out. You're awesome, Tranquil Mist. Suggestions on the eyes. Literally, I guess, if you really want to draw eyes the way that I do, which by all means, go for it. You know, you could just be wrong with me. I guess just look at some of the art that I do and just copy it. Yes, I would go nuts on the armor. Ooh, a sexy Mulan is a great idea. So even though I'm doing gray hair, I want it to be shiny and soft and pretty. So there needs to be lots of highlights. And so that's why it's not completely pure white right here. And then I want it to be picking up some of the colors from the side. And I want some highlight on the side of her cheeks as well. Like it's ambient purple and blue happening or something. Just something to give it, you know, to bring everything together, not look like it's just sticker upon sticker, but that it kind of has a flow and a uniformity to it, even though it's kind of all random. Yeah, I still don't understand why the guy had me hold his toy Tommy gun and hold it to him. Like, I didn't want to. I was just so excited that there's, you know, a nutcracker, a real live human nutcracker. Does anybody know? Is that like something from a game or a show or something like that with the Tommy gun? Oh, I see. Oh, thank you so much, DC. That means a ton. Oh yeah, that looks way more like roots now, because I made it so it's got a little bit of grow out. Now it works. It was looking a little bit weird. Oh, that would be cool, David. That would be cool. Thank you, Gabriel. I never thought I'd actually do roots like that in in a colored piece before. But it's fun. I'm really enjoying this. So if you look at this color all on its own, it's kind of like a weird grayish green color. But for some reason it doesn't look like that once you put it on there. Gotta have it for that hair color. You're right, Gabriel. I've thought so many times about doing my hair in this look because I actually really like it. So it's fun to do it for real here. Boutte. Otherwise it's just a dirty Q-tip. Sorry guys, I need to go blow my nose. I will be right back. I'm back. It's like 2 seconds. All right. So something I learned from Ula Moss is she said this one time just on a Facebook comment to someone else where it was like, you know, you do, she uses a soft brush and then a hard brush and then a soft brush again. So I'm trying that here and I'm starting, yeah, it really was. I'm starting to do the soft brush and then I'll go back in with a harder brush. That is true. We were planning that. And our oldest son made me a list of which ones I should draw. And it never happened.
I'm lost in old ways. I'm not afraid. Well, there goes nothing.
Yeah, you really do. It's true. No, thank you so much, Keith.
They talk about another kind of world. Another kind of world. What are you afraid of?
So there's definitely gonna need to be drop shadows from all the moths and butterflies. Oh, that's awesome, Tranquil Mist. They're gonna be so much fun, Hans. thank you. So much love to you. Well, since Dan and Gabriel Black are over here planning my my work for the next month. Yeah, you're great, Gabriel. Oh, really? Everybody's been doing her? Then I'll pass, for sure. Not like I have the time anyway. Oh, that's awesome, DC. Yes, definitely post it. That would be funny. Again, like I have time to do any of this. Unless, of course, it's for people with their commission. If you win the contest, yes, I have made the time to draw whatever you ask me to draw. Oh wow, Barbarella would be fun. Oh, that's cool, Hans. So I'm working with the exact same color that I have been the whole time, but I've just changed the opacity of it and toned it down a little bit. Because I'm just trying to get basic form and shape ideas right now. And then I'll work on, you know, giving it actual shadow and highlight and all of that stuff as I work through. For now, I'm just getting lighting direction pretty much. No, Gabriel, I'm with you. I want to have the colors kind of as like rim lights on the face and the hair. So yes, that's not a bad idea at all. It's definitely something I'm planning to do. Alright, so I'm going to try it now and actually see how this looks. Let's see. Make it color dodge. So I've set the layer to color dodge. And let's see how it looks. No, okay, so color dodge is not a good idea. Put it at normal, and let's set this to color. Now I'm going to set it to color dodge for a second so we can get some nice bright pops of color in here. Again, this is just a rough. I will work on this more and actually get it refined and the color's really nice. But I want to know if these ideas are even going to look nice before I keep working on it and spending forever on it. Transformers? Maybe. I have a commission of a Lady Death blank with Lady Death drawn as Maria from the lead singer from In This Moment, and I am super excited about that. Alright, so it's too much blue going on, but at least it's something. Again, the skin is not the sketch, but let's just keep the hair as, okay, this is a sketch. We're going to work on it. And so I'm just doing it as a layer right now. But that's what I want to do, is do the right amount of it. So I've probably put too much color in it. And that is to just do it on the sides. But I want to take a look at, like, you know, a person standing in the sunlight and how much of their hair picks up the sun. And that's kind of how much I want to have the hair picking up the ambient colors. But that's what's so nice about it. It's essentially a white canvas for it to pick up the light that's all around her. That's awesome, Dan. Oh, that's hilarious. Alright, so that's a little bit more what I had in mind. The purple, I went too far into the hair. The blue is sort of what I want to do, where it's just on the rims, just on the outside. See you later, Hans. Have a good one. Thank you so much for the heads up. Kylie! Hello, Kylie! Oh my God, Jason, I didn't know that you were here. Oh, okay. And since we're talking here, I will take advantage of Twitch yet again. I got your email. I'm so sorry about the delay. Yes, you are #1 on the list. I'm sure you know what that means. Oh, thank you, Kylie. Right now I'm just doing a test run on the hair idea. I want to have it meld into the background colors a bit. So all of this is still kind of in the sketch stage. That is true. Philip made me the best cookies. They were oatmeal raisin and sweetened with applesauce, I think, and a very small amount of sugar. No, thank you. So right now, the brush that I'm using just has a basic blue selected, but it's set to color dodge. And I want like her skin to just kind of, you know how the background just kind of goes foofy and cloudy. I'm gonna do that with her skin too. Thank you for checking, Jason. You're awesome. Oh, hey, Tanis. And yes, Kylie, of course, go for it. Just say it's a practice piece. Yeah, sugar is just so good. I love sugar. It's beautiful, Kylie. Thank you so much, Tanis. Some of it is like intended as the actual final colors, and some of it literally I'm still working on figuring out. So like all the blue and the purple in her hair is a test layer, as is her hair is just kind of in the sketch color phase. Oh, wow. Oh, I am so happy to be home, Kylie. There are no words. Nice, Dan. Okay. I feel like there needs to be more darkness on the dark side, but let's do a little checky check on both sides. Here we go. Light side, happiness. Oh, yikes. What is happening? All right, so this is the light side, and that's about the size of the cover. And then this is the dark side, and there needs to be so much more sinisterness. Like, so much more. I'm with you, Gabriel. It needs to just go way, way overboard here. So, let us bring out the dark. I have 15 minutes left before I need to go. And you guys have been incredible and helpful and wonderful and amazeballs. And let's get the dark going on a little bit. So this is where I'm at right now. But the dark side needs to go a little bit nuts. So, all right, I need to get the face selected. Yes, cookies are glorious. All right, so I've got, this is just a color layer. Again, it's just there for test run. What on earth is this layer? What is happening? All right. That's eyeshadow. Let's do another layer up on top. What is this layer? And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just look at the one side, which I'm hoping will help me get this a little, you know, I'm confusing myself by looking too much at the light side, that I'm making this, I don't know. I'm getting too into trying to keep them even. I need to work on this half and actually just get it right. Yeah, layer labels are usually there. Philip, yes, I plan to stream tomorrow as well. I'm not entirely sure when because my kids have half days. I think I might have to go to the school for a couple hours, and I need to go to the printer to pick up my printouts so that I can color on the weekend, traditionally. So it's going to be a little bit of a busy Friday. Yes, 2 streams in a row. That is the plan. All right, guys, let's go wild here. I don't know how this is going to look. I don't even know if we'll keep it, but for now, let's go a little bit nuts. Oh dear God, I've been on color dodge this entire time. No wonder she looks psychedelic and ridiculous. Alright, let's redo that. I was on the wrong brush setting like a moron. Classic. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for the 10-minute warning. I super appreciate it. Alright, let's turn off color dodge and set everything to normal and not ruin a picture. How about? Okay, and now I want straight up black. And then I'm gonna do some texture too. I just basically wanted a dark undertone. And again, this is just exploratory. You know, it's, you gotta figure it out. So I don't really want to like do drippy running mascara, for instance, because it's not supposed to look sad and like, you know, like she's crying or something. It's just supposed to look intense. No, thank you so much, Gabriel. Okay, that kind of wigs me out. Maybe that's too dark. Alright, well, it's just gonna need work and trying and figuring it all out, but this is where I'm at for now, and this is the sections of it that I'm kind of happy with. I may put a little bit of an underlight under her nose a little bit to kind of pull it up. But I will keep working on it. I have 6 minutes before I need to go pick up my kids, so I'm gonna start wrapping up now. Let's save this. I've got to say lots of thank yous to all of you. Gabriel, Kylie, everybody who's been on the stream and given me suggestions and ideas. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This is kind of where I'm at. Maybe I could turn down. Oh, that looks better. That's a good thought. Gabriel, I think you're the touch lighter purple. So yeah, I just turned down the opacity on the layer and that looks much better. So again, you guys are just helpful and awesome. Thank you so much for your encouraging words, DC and everyone else who said such nice things. I really, really appreciate it. And you know, this one I've been super nervous about. So thank you all for your help. Thank you for everything. Sir Bat Dan. Hello. Thank you so much, everybody. Lots of love to you, and I will be back again tomorrow. I'll keep in touch with you on timing, but I'll be there for more streaming on this piece. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day, and take care, and I'll see you later. Bye.